I'm your host, T. Mitchell Bell, and we have here in the studio Mr. Pete Bush. How are
Hey,
you, Pete?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Great. Thanks for coming in and playing some music for us this afternoon.
Anytime.
Cool. Usually I ask people to just dig in and play something right off the top. What are you going to do for us?
I'm gonna do Esther, My Esther.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds cool.
Track one, side one. Here we go.
Okay.
The more I try to repeat myself, the more I steal from you. But the distance now will not allow another step in our shoes. The love is in a better place tonight, cause it had no business here. But will be recalled and compared to all the following coming years. Yes. It might be better than I thought back then, but maybe not as good as I think. But the memories of you seem deep enough to all become into ink. The author's open letter to a well-missed chance is retiring his pen. But he's keeping it for the reunion tour and remind us of it could have been. Just please don't end your long goodbye. Just please don't end your long goodbye. Esther, you linger and pester my quest to see yesterday. For what is for, what might today's recollectors complicate with you in place of her. The stress on my second best Southwestern princesses far less the mess than the queen brought me through. So I wanna see the me that hadn't chose her instead of you. Just please don't end your long goodbye. Just please don't end your long goodbye. So stay where you said that you wanted to go, and say what you said that we already know. Cause we are the lesson, I notice I'm going away. Just please don't end your long goodbye. Just please don't end your long goodbye.
Wow, man. I'm working those faders on the. You see me over here. Great.
Putting you
great
to work today.
Great, man. That sounded awesome. I hope it wasn't distorted.
That's fine.
So, yeah, I hope it wasn't coming through on the headphones. Blasting the headphones, just adjust them however you need to.
That's fine.
Well, hey, man, the first time I heard you was down at Acoustic Cafe.
Club Cafe, yeah.
Open mic on Monday. And I was like, wow, man. I went down there. I saw you guys in Broken Fences the same night. I was like,
Yeah.
this is awesome.
That's a good batch of musicians down there.
I know. I haven't even gone through the Rolodex. It was like there's so many good people,
Yeah.
that come out and play, and there's some exceptional people, and you guys were an exceptional band, and I wanted to get you on. I was
Thanks.
like, yeah, that was And then he sat there and we were talking forever just about, nonsense, stuff. And, but we were talking before the show, and in case you just joined us, let me say reach acousticSongs.com, Acoustic Songs Live. We're here at 91.7 FM, and we stream live at WNJR.org. And we have Pete Bush in the studio. And Pete and I, we were talking before the show, I guess. Now you're from here, right?
I am from here.
Okay.
Yes.
You made a trip out, and we were talking about Seattle. And,
Indeed.
Yeah, how we...
West.
Yeah. did you fly out, drive?
I drove out.
Yeah, me too.
It was me and a girl and a cat and all of our stuff we could fit in my Plymouth Neon. And we left. It was probably about this time, actually. Many years ago. And, gosh. Yeah, that was a trip. I mean, getting out there. It was
well, yeah, probably when you hit the Rocky Mountains and all the snow, if you went,
yeah,
this time of year.
And there was no GPS. There was no nothing. There was,
You just take 90 and go.
It was, we just head west and, stop at all the little interesting places along the way. At some point you have to get to where you're going, but all those little, like, scenic things in those small towns, those little knick-knack shops and everything.
And up over the Continental Divide in a neon.
Yes.
Was it snowing?
Oh, yes. We get to, like Jackson Hole. We were just in the middle. We were the only car for like hours, so we saw nothing but like snow and just slowly going. We're like, we can do this. But it was fun.
I had a U-Haul towing a car.
Oh man, we thought about doing that, and then like midway through, it was like good thing we didn't.
24, 26-foot truck, and then towing a car, and then another car with the walkie-talkie like radio thing. My wife and kids in the back, and that was the second time I went, and then the first time coming back was like going down into Bozeman at 4 a.m.
Oh,
yeah. In a rainstorm.
Man.
And thinking like, I'm gonna die out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just kept thinking of the Donner Party. I don't know why. When you go up over the mountains, that story always comes to mind.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, I drove back, and I went through some wicked storm that I wasn't expecting. Like I went through like Colorado down into New Mexico, and I'm thinking, New Mexico, it's got Mexico in the title. It's got to be like blazing hot. But I went up over this mountain, and like by the time I got to the top of it, it was just covered in snow. And then I'm like having to go down this mountain, and I'm sliding all over. I've got like everything I own and my cat in this car, and I'm like thinking like, if I crash and I'm stuck for days, how long before I get to my cat?
Or your cat gets to you.
Or my cat gets to me.
Starts licking you.
Looking at me with those eyes. I knew what she was thinking.
You fall asleep. Next thing you know, your hand's like halfway gone. Well, hey, do you want to play another tune for us? Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Cool. We'll talk a little bit after that. And what are you gonna do for us this time?
I'm gonna do "You Shouldn't Have." Yes.
All right.
Which I don't often do acoustic. It's been a while since I've played this song, but I just decided to do it.
Okay.
So we'll see how this goes.
Okay.
There could be a whole lot of improv in the middle of this. We'll see.
Okay. So
let's go on this ride together.
That's why it's live.
All right. And the edited version. This could have been us until you messed it up. And like that it is 2 years ago. And she hopes that this time that she tells him she's happy will be times enough to convince her she's so. Where were you when I needed to be done with the mess that brought us to this? And if they must, then they must, and they must, so they will. And her sweetness had fattened him up for the kill. And he shouted, and every earshot in the room heard forever the groomsman and never the groom that's held him, set loose by the chin. We'll put this on a day where your smile used to be. It's a long and painful road through explanation that only lead to repetition of things that are hard to get through. It's a long and painful road through explanations that only leads to repetition of things that are hard to get through. It's a long and painful road through explanations that only lead to repetition of things that are hard to get through. It's a long and painful road through explanations that only lead to repetition of things that are hard to get
Cool, man.
Nice.
Yeah. So tell me, you were playing in a band here in Pittsburgh prior to going out to Seattle.
It's called Selena Catalina.
Okay, yeah.
I played upright bass for that band.
Okay, yeah. I remember hearing of those guys, and that was when back in there, like
I think we got together right around in 2000.
right around. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing. I don't think I went out and saw you guys play, but what kind of stuff was it? Like indie?
It was
rock?
it was my first foray into the jazz-ish kind of music. It was me on upright bass, and then Jen Catalina on keys, and then we had Chris Colpo on drums and Lexi on vocals. So there was no guitar or anything. We were just had a lot of harmonies and just kind of went with that setup. But it was jazzy, and we rocked out sometimes. But it was started this.
Cool. And so, in your current band, now I'm pronouncing this correctly, I hope. I'll take a shot.
Let's see.
Hoi polloi?
Very good.
Ah,
Yes.
well, I'm sure you've heard other things.
Oh yeah.
How do you say?
Holly Polly's, Hoi Polio. That was a good one.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah.
Holly, what?
Holly Polly's. Yeah.
Hoi polio.
Yeah, Hoi Polio. That was on a ticket, actually. I remember that one. And, yeah. That was the Holly Pollies. That was like a big introduction, too. Like a guy was on stage. Like, please welcome Pete Bush and the Holly Pollies. Like, thank you. So that day, we were the Holly Pollies.
It sounds like, like Buddy Holly's sister's band.
That's true. Yeah, Holly Pollies.
Oh man. Well, that I've heard you guys play, and you and the upright bass player Jesse.
Yeah.
And now I haven't heard you have a drummer, right?
Yes, we do.
And-
Troy Kramer, who played with Jesse in Jesse's old band, Ritual Space Travel Agency.
That's a cool name.
Yes.
Ritual
I'm sure
Space
everyone had a lot of fun with that name.
Travel Agency.
Ritual Space Travel Agency. So we're pretty familiar with people messing up our band names, so we're, kindred spirits in that regard, Jesse and I. But, yeah.
So where did you come up with the name Hoi Polloi? What does that mean? What do you, I have no idea.
It actually came from, I was in a band called Kill Bossa. Kill Bossa.
Like
And
like
like I'm killing the bossa. Kill
okay.
bossa.
Not like sauerkraut and kielbasa.
Right.
Yeah.
A bit of a play on, yeah.
Gotcha.
You know. But so we were in a hotel room all drunk after a show, and we were trying to come up with names for our next record. And the drummer, Matt Rakowski, rock star #1, Matt Rakowski, his one of his contributions was hobnobbing with the hoi polloi. And for whatever reason, that's just stuck with me, and I like that name, hoi polloi. It's, you know, that's had a lot of explaining to do after I named the band that, and who knows, I might change it one day.
Well,
So,
Kielbasa probably was a popular Pittsburgh band name, I would
sure, yeah.
would like
I mean,
that.
everybody goes where Kielbasa is
Yeah.
in this town.
So where did you grow up here?
There was a little town called Export, Pennsylvania, which I spent
Export.
most of my time. Well, like the first developing years. Then I moved out to Shadyside, and then back to Export. A little time in West Virginia, back to Export and Murrysville area and that sort of thing. So I spent a lot of time in Monroeville Mall. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
They bring it all to you, Monroeville Mall.
Yeah. I would go out there. It's funny because when you live a certain part of the Pittsburgh, you tend to stay in that area. That's pretty common, you know. Everybody. Yeah. I grew up in the South Hills, so everybody knew everything over here. And I would go there to go to Guitar Center, or play maybe like the Borders, you know.
Yeah.
I gig at Borders,
Right.
Or an occasional like something going on at the Expo Mart.
Sure.
Right? Expo Mart?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, that was what it was. Yeah, it's still there, right?
Yeah.
The Expo Mart.
Yeah, they have weird things in Monroeville. I remember like Danzig playing a show at like the Expo Mart or something like that.
There was
like some hotel there. So it was, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the outdoor show at the Expo Mart. And when my son was younger, and I went there with, I think, my brother-in-law. That's what it was. Yeah, we went to the outdoor show. Yeah, tried to catch fish in a tank. I remember that.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Classic game.
So, after you moved to Seattle, you played. You started writing your own stuff. You went like solo. You were saying.
Yeah, I did a lot of the writing with Selena Catalina, and I kind of just moved back to guitar. And when I moved out to Seattle and formed a band out there, and started playing out, I had a pretty great time out there.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then you came back in 2009. It was around that time.
Yes.
And started.
I thought I was gonna be here for like 6 months, and like, yeah, a cousin of mine lives in Austin, and so I was gonna be like, I'll move back to Pittsburgh, save up a little money, maybe play a show or two, who knows, and then I'll move to Austin. So that was the plan, and then I got out here, and I found Jesse, who I'd known just through Ritual Space and just playing just a couple of gigs together with our bands at the time. Anyway, I got a hold of him, and I got him a CD, and I was like, hey, if you want to, jam and play a show or something, one or two, I'm only going to be here for a little bit, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he decided to, he was like, yeah, let's do this. And things just started going well, and then I wasn't really feeling Austin. Like, I visited it for a little while, and it wasn't for me. And so I was like, I'm not just going to leave just for the sake of leaving. And things just started going pretty well here, and so band was sounding good, and so I stuck around.
That's cool. Well, I'm glad you did.
Thanks. Me too.
The musical community in Pittsburgh is glad you stuck around.
You're welcome. Kidding.
So, hey, you want to play another tune?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't tell if like my voice is distorting or just like my voice is distorting. Like I'm getting a little gravelly.
Yeah,
scratch to it.
yeah, I think you're okay. In case you just joined us, you're listening to Acoustic Songs Live, and we have Pete Bush here in the studio, and he's playing some tunes for us. We broadcast on 91.7 FM and stream it live at WNJR.org, and you can go to acousticsongs.com and check out the video after the show. What are you going to play for us, Pete?
I'm gonna play Margaret.
Cool.
Yes,
This is Margaret by Pete Bush.
and it's gonna be interesting. Well, Margaret took her head off to disbelief and horror, and passerbys were wondering what else she would endure before her cars was answering the door. Now celebrating past mistakes impulsively attained, collecting petty sympathy once her side is explained until support outweighs the pain. So put down the blame and drop the accusations and remember where you make your bed. 'Cause your ones who complains and truth all you divided are killing this thing till it's dead. Well, soon the room had fallen on her side of the fence, and the drinks took all the words I brought to use in my defense, and I have not heard from them since. Now weighing pros and cons of what apologies could save, and waiting out till morning to find out what she forgave. But even then, we're digging our own grave. So put down the blame and drop the accusations and remember where you make your bed. 'Cause your answer complaints and truth are you divided are killing this thing till it's dead. When Margaret took her head off this home, off talking walls and skeleton claws, and not even a little bit of that, everything covered of a second bit of anything the kid is gonna have, let us go. So put down the blame and drop the accusations and remember where you make your bed. 'Cause your one so complains and truth are you divided are killing this thing till it's dead. And these laws that I recognize all the things that they can't seem to get by. So a toast to you, your health and your future, 'cause I'm sorry, but this is goodbye.
Wow. You really need to put more energy into when you're playing.
Coffee? Can I get some coffee?
Hey, so I when I heard you play at Club Cafe, I was trying to get an idea of like who your influences were, and I honestly could not. Other than I thought maybe the Police a little bit, like
Nice.
you know, I don't know if that even and that might have been because Jesse was playing with,
Playing
but
upright.
yeah, but I was trying to like, so who would you list as? I saw Cab Calloway was on here. Like,
Sure.
is that?
Obviously Wilson Phillips. Cab Calloway. Dexter Freebish. This Jawbox and the guy Jay Robbins, who actually produced our last record. He's a huge influence on me. He had another band called Burning Airlines, and Channels, and now Office Future Plans. He's been a big influence, and there's a guy named Devin Ocampo who was in a band called Farracat, and currently in a band called Medications, and I'm listening to this Medications record just on repeat. This guy is just amazing. He was also a drummer for a band called Smart Went Crazy, and that guy everything he does is just gold to me. He's just like guys that just take risks and do something different. Like the thing I love about Jay Robbins and his what he does is it just seems like it takes so much effort and time to construct these songs, and like he says something in a way that I've never heard it before, and I love that. It's like that's what grabs my attention. I don't want the simple rhyme schemes anymore. Like I want something different, and every time I listen to him, it's just something different, and that's yeah.
And also I noticed that your guitar playing it varies. Like there's so many different, like it's like a mini little symphony in there,
Thanks.
kind of thing, like there's so many different little parts. Like it's like, okay, here's the first movement, second movement, and there's a little interlude, blah, blah, blah. So it's not like you're just sitting down and like, okay, I'm gonna do the 1-4, 1-4,
Sure,
1-5, and here's the bridge, and then here's the one,
Yeah.
4. It's really there's.
I get bored listening to that stuff. So and then like I know I'd get bored playing it. So like I needed like a lot of times when I start playing a song, like I'm not good enough to play what I want to play. So like I want to be better by the time I finish. Like when I'm able to play the song, I want to be a better guitarist.
So you really push
Absolutely.
push the limits when you're writing stuff and everything.
And that's a good way and a good thing in one way, but in another way, like I screw up like a lot. So yeah.
I'm sure that, I mean, like guys like Hendrix and stuff like that screwed up, I'm sure, a lot. When
Totally. Which is why I'm exactly like Hendrix.
I'm sure that the feedback thing probably just happened by accident.
Totally.
Like that,
Absolutely.
And people were like, wow, that was
so
awesome.
arty. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, what was that? It was like, it was a mistake, I mean, yeah, but that's cool. I think that's where you really get creative. And if you don't try to do that and try to, push the envelope, that's where new music comes from, really.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those guys and like somebody like Waits, like Tom Waits, is just like when the next track comes on, you have no idea what you're about to hear. Like it could be anything, and I love that about him, and like the tones that he gets, and like the things that he does to get certain sounds, and like just his whole approach to music. And yeah, any interview I've ever read with him is just amazing.
That was funny because I was thinking that when you were talking about people pushing the envelope and stuff, and and now he can sit down and he could play the coolest ragtime torch ballad type of thing on piano and just rip your heart out when you hear it.
Absolutely.
But then he does this other stuff like I'm trying to remember the record I had like two of them that came out right about the same time. It might have been a double album set, but there was some stuff on there. I was like, what in the heck am I?
Yeah.
It's just like a soundscape, really. I mean, it was just like different things. And he, from the brass that he uses when he has a lot of that in the songs.
Yeah.
His instrumentation and his words are really, really amazing.
And I think because he pushes himself so far in one direction, in that experimental direction, he can go the other way. Like when he's writing some sort of a sentimental song like Georgia Lee, like he's gone so far in the other direction of like, let's push the boundaries of like what I can come up with in this crazy song. Like he can go the other way and just, I don't know, that's just kind of my theory.
I saw him on Letterman do Waltzing Matilda. That was what I was thinking of, and I was like, who's that guy?
Yeah.
And this was like probably 30 years ago or something. I'm like, who's that?
Yeah.
It's like, where did he come from? This is someone from the past.
Yeah.
He just like came out of the past somewhere. He's like, he lives in, like, you could just imagine him being in some smoky 40s bar in LA and
Yeah. I love his interviews too. He'll just talk about the most random stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if you record the sizzling bacon right, it'll sound like the beginning of a record scratching sort of thing. Like, okay.
I think my dad turned me on to Emotional Weather Report. That's like my favorite record of his. You ever heard that live one?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is priceless.
Yeah,
and
totally.
it does sound like he's playing at some dive and it is probably some dive in LA. I forget where it was recorded, but it's some when he was that's like dating Ricky Lee Jones or something about that time period or something, you know. They're both like strung out junkies or something. Oh, really crazy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, those influences of yours, honestly, they're obscure to me. I'd have to now I got to go like listen to them because that's how I learn. I love finding new music, you know.
Yeah, I definitely recommend. I mean, it took some getting used to, but that Jawbox was the first time that I heard like kind of a jazzier side to rock, and I remember the moment very specifically. I was ironing, and this song came on. I don't even know the name of it. That's terrible. I just listened to the whole album, and I think it's not Mule Style, but just kind of that sort of thing. And then he just lets out this scream. And I was like, I've never heard these things combined in this way. And that was like the first time that I had ever like had a curiosity about jazz and just the rhythm that they put in. And it was, yeah.
More swing than a 4/4. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely got more swing, like almost like not like big Voodoo Daddy kind of big band.
Yeah.
But not like that. But I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I'll have to check that out. I listen to a lot of stuff, but I find that then you listen to them and you find out who their influences are, and then you go back and you follow, and they all somehow wind up down the Delta somewhere.
Yeah. Totally.
Somewhere down there in Mississippi. So you want to play another tune?
Sure, yeah.
Cool. In case you just joined us, you're listening to Acoustic Songs Live from WNJR Studios in Washington, PA. And we have Pete Bush here in the studio, and he's been playing some tunes off of you did release a record in 2011, right? Am I right? Is that it?
Did I?
Was it?
Yes.
Was that Idaho?
That was Idaho. Yeah.
Okay, Idaho. Okay, that's the last release.
Yes.
Okay, any of these tunes on that record?
Yeah,
Okay.
the one You Shouldn't Have was on that, and then I'm gonna try to do Ceiling Mirror right now, which is definitely not an acoustic song, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
All right.
So yeah, this is Ceiling Mirror. Felt like yes, I'm reflecting on a life in a hotel ceiling mirror. Mary, count your blessings that you still can walk away. You in part cannot beyond what you never had to say. So Mary, won't you pull your head up from the bar and carry this to another page in your memoir. It turns out everything you're saying about me has been the truth. You had to go and tell the story long before you had the proof. And everything that you failed to see, and everything in between, the aforementioned will be tenderly buried along the path and dignity. So the world you thought it loved you left you feeling betrayed. The horrible and unspeakable attempts to invade. It's time it took you into every bed that you made, and the time you used to fix what went wrong was time that she was using to move on. And lead the way. accepting charity. So Mary, won't you pull your head up from the bar and carry this to another page in your memoir? It turns out everything you say about me has been the truth. You had to go and tell the story long before you heard the proof. And everything that you manufactured, and everything that you failed to see, and everything in between, the aforementioned will be tenderly buried along the path and dignity. So when you thought he loved you, left you feeling betrayed, deplorable and taking the things to betray. It's time they take you into every bed that you made, and the time he used to fix what went wrong was time that she was using to move on. Move on, move on, move on, move on. Hey!
That song should be in a movie involving something illicit. I think it gives that kind of feel like a detective kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like a Holiday Inn Monroeville and a attaché case and a private eye or something. I don't know.
Clive Owen in. Remember the lyrics that you wrote. Yeah, totally. Messed that up.
Oh no, nobody noticed.
Until I just told them.
Yeah.
As a songwriter, I reserve the right to change the song at any time.
That's right. And if you're the only one that knows the lyrics, so right? Unless
I can invent words. What?
it's just a different version.
Yeah.
So that's cool, man. That sounds like it's in the soundtrack in the movie. You know what I mean?
Little character.
Yeah. There's a character in that, man. What is that about? The Holiday Inn Monroeville.
That's it.
Cool. Well, so what's coming up here in the future for Mr. Pete Bush? I was looking at your website, and the next gig you have is coming up next month, right?
February 1st.
And that is at
Howlers.
Howlers.
And we're playing with the Weber brothers, who are pretty amazing. Like, this is another upright bass outfit, and the guy does crazy, crazy things with his upright bass. A lot of slapping, a lot of, standing on the bass.
Standing
a lot
on
of
it.
Tricks.
Like
yeah.
rockabilly type of deal.
Yeah, but they got the tunes to back it up. It's not just like, look what I can do. It's like, this is really fun.
Cool. And the Beagle Brothers, those guys
Yeah.
are cool. I like them too. And Elliot Sussman. I need to get all those guys. Actually, those guys have them come on the show sometime. I've been meaning to contact them because it would fit in really well.
Totally.
Yeah, more like a Americana, type of stuff. Yeah, I played a gig one time with the Beagle Brothers, and they were playing a gig with who was it? It was someone. I'll have to think top of my head. I can't remember, but somebody like really bizarre. I was like, that guy? They're like, yeah, we love him. I forget the name. Anyway, so record recording. You doing anything? I saw there's a video up of. Was that at Tree Lady?
That was not. That
No?
was at Lurch's studio.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
On your front page.
Broadcast Lane is where we recorded that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And, that came together. We got Broken Fences in there, and Matt Sigler, and Lucy Tedesco, Dave Bush, and we just kind of did a different version of the song Idaho, and it came out great.
Cool.
So, yeah.
So everybody, if you want to check out Pete Bush's website, you go to petebushband.com and the Hoi Polloi.
It's
Pete Bush and the Hoi Polloi.
yes, at petebushband.com.
petebushband.com.
Just petebushband.com.
And he's got CDs for sale and videos and all kinds, and a blog. I see.
Yeah, I really need to update that.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at that. It was like the day after the world was supposed to end, and
Yeah,
I mean, what do you really need to say after that? Like, we're still here.
it's true. Yeah.
Happy New Year. It could be another 5,000 years, and then you can write something
I
out.
figured they had to have stopped sometime when they were writing out that calendar. They had to stop at some point.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought. It was just like there was just a stopping point where they decided to stop.
Maybe they were still writing it, and then all of a sudden,
The dinosaurs came.
or whatever wiped them out, came. The guy's still writing out the calendar, and he's got smallpox or whatever it is, and he just fell over, and it was
That's
like
commitment.
that's
When
the
you're
end of
writing out the calendar until your dying day of smallpox, you are committed.
and everybody thought it was going to be the end,
Right.
And there it was just something.
And I'm sure that's what he was thinking as he was dying there. If I don't continue, they're going to think that this is the end of the world.
Yeah, the Mayans, they were a crazy bunch. Yep. So, Pete,
Yes.
I've enjoyed having you on the show very
I've enjoyed
much.
being here. Thank you so much for having me, man.
Oh, it's
Appreciate
been
it.
my pleasure. I know we talked about it, and we were going back and forth, and so I finally get you here and get you playing and so forth. Got time for probably 2 more songs. You want to do another one for us?
I'd love to.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm just going through the catalog, like, which ones do I definitely know the words to?
You could fake it, man. We'll dub it in later.
Just go into like a cover song or something.
We'll fix it
midway
in the
through.
mix.
Yeah. Can we fix? Yeah. Let's fix this in post. This isn't live, is it? Right? We
No,
can fix this in post.
just going out to I don't know.
Cool. Yeah.
3,000
Let's just keep these screw ups between us.
There's
then.
just thousands of
Yeah.
people listening right now. It doesn't, yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know what? No, don't do that song. Sorry, that's my inner monologue coming out.
Yeah.
I'm also very, very sleep deprived too.
Oh, okay.
But I should do. Yeah. What the heck? I'll do that song. The song's called "Fly Away Bird."
Fly Away Bird
Fly Away Bird.
is on the album too?
It is on "East Is the Past," which is the first record.
Okay.
It goes like this. She moved to New York from the moon 6 months after her birthday, wish in June. And say what you want about the one who's passed by. I know there's a bluebird in your nest. And say what you wanna, say what you will. When all is said and done, our love is still so far away, but fly a long way home. It's good to see you happy, but I'm sad to be alone. Fly away, but fly a long way home. On the outside I say leave, but I do not want you to go. Long brown hair, but special occasions bloom. You turned into a sugar that I love as much as you. And hey, if I turn into someone else to know them, would it be easier to let you go? I want you to know I sincerely wish the best. When I see you fly away, but fly a long way home. It's good to see you happy, but I'm sad to be alone. Fly away, but fly a long way home. On the outside I say leave, but I do not want you to go. No. Oh. still the same. And now and again when I pass by the parking lot where we said goodbye, I think of the words that I really meant to say. And I said, farewell, farewell. It's good to see you happy, but I'm sad. Farewell, farewell. Nothing else that I say, but do not want you to go my way. Fly away, fly
Nice.
Thanks.
That's awesome, man.
Thank you.
And if you get a chance to see these guys, their live show is really, really fun.
Thanks.
A lot fantastic, and a lot of high energy. Like, makes me think of like the Avett Brothers, you know, like how they kind of, but in your own genre kind of thing, you know, like where you guys are just like going and very dynamic, and you know, Jesse is just jamming away.
Oh, he's great.
Yeah, he really is. He really is.
Yeah.
And so next show is Friday, February 1st at Howler's at Coyote Cafe, and it's 9 p.m. What is that? Oh, that's Friday. I just said Friday, February 1st. Yeah, I'm sleep deprived too.
Pound it in that, yeah.
Yeah, and with the Beagle Brothers, Elliot Sussman, and the Weber Brothers. All Pittsburgh bands?
I believe so.
Okay, cool.
Weber Brothers are like, are they Pittsburgh, or are they like kind of out of Pittsburgh?
I don't know.
I want to say that they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we have about 5 minutes left in the show, so it's like we can play another tune, and we can take us out with something, or we can talk a little bit more. It's up to you.
I can play the shortest song that we have, and then we can.
The shortest song?
Yeah.
How long is that?
40 seconds.
40 seconds?
Yeah.
Come on, really?
Kid you not?
Is it one of those extra ones you put at the end?
No,
like
it's
this is
smack dab in the middle of Idaho.
The bonus track.
The record.
Okay. Now I gotta hear it now. Like a 40-second song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time it.
What did you like? Did you just run out of ideas, or
Pretty
like,
much.
Yeah. Like start it and go.
You know what? I'm good. Yeah. I'm a big Minutemen fan. So, and I love that whole, like, I said what I had to say. I'm good. I don't need to repeat anything here.
Okay. I'm game.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I haven't played this song. That probably took longer than the actual song. Okay, ready?
All right. The 40-second song.
Okay. The day you finally settle down your manhood, just to show that you're all the girl he needs. It's the day you're gonna find out what you're in for, when a precious little plan lives to succeed. The envy of the trophy life you're after is going with every tale of middle-aged monotony and a love that's run its course till you're back on the market and slightly reduced for a sale. That was it.
That was it, man. Now that should be a commercial. There you go. 40 seconds,
40
right?
seconds.
You should be, pushing that out to Giant Eagle.
The money's in jingles. Yes.
There you go. I don't know.
Yes, that song is called Man Whore. I'm sure Giant Eagle
Man
will be
Whore.
all over that. Yes.
All right, you should be pushing that out to, I don't know, Axe body spray.
There you go. See? All right.
Did you
Axe, call me.
They just really invented that stuff to see if guys will use it, and then it would filter out so women would smell it and go like, oh, I don't want to, That's the real
I
reason.
think it was Dimitri Martin who said he finds it interesting that
I heard
cologne
that, yeah.
rhymes with alone.
Yeah. Well, Pete, thank you very much for coming in
Thanks
today.
for having me, man.
It's
Appreciate
been
it.
fun. It's been a
Definitely.
blast. And next week we're taking a couple weeks off. Got some mixing. I'm like way behind on a couple of things, and I need to catch up on. And then back in February, I have first week of February guests coming in. Can't at the top of my head think who it is, but join us here at 91.7 FM and streaming live at WNJR.org on Fridays at 1 o'clock for Acoustic Songs Live. I'm your host, T. Mitchell Bell, and make sure you check out Pete Bush at petebushband.com, and we'll see you in a couple weeks, and thanks for stopping by.